In this video, we're going to look at finding critical points. Critical points are basically where your derivative equals 0 or is undefined. Here, we're just going to look at where it's equal to 0. The undefined case happens when basically your derivative has a denominator or any sort of funky spots. Okay, so the first step when you want to find critical points is you want to find the derivative. So this is just a case of power rule. Looking pretty good so far, I think. Okay, so step 1 is take the derivative. Step 2 is set equal to 0. And step 3 is solve. With a lot of polynomials, it's usually just GCF. There may be some factoring. Here, you could actually solve it by either just isolating x or by factoring. So for example, this factors into 6 and then x squared minus 4. And this even factors into x minus 2, x plus 2. And we could set each of those factors equal to 0 to get our answers of plus and minus 2. Okay. Or, for those who didn't want to factor, so what I'm saying is that I would set this factor equal to 0, and I would set this factor equal to 0. And my two critical points are positive 2 and negative 2. Or what you could also do to get those critical points is that in this problem you could actually isolate the x. So if I came over here and isolated the x, I could move 24 to the other side. I could divide by 6. And I could take the square root and I'll still get plus or minus 2. Alright, so sometimes problems require factoring. This one had an alternate option, which is just solving for x by isolating it. All right, we are going to save these critical points because we're going to use them further on in this section and in other sections, but all we have to do, find the derivative, set it equal to 0, and solve it. So here's our first example with a polynomial.